Hi, welcome to WMCM's Profile. I'm your host, Aaron Abellis. We have a great show today. We have Joe Goud coming in here to talk about campus and some of his musical interests. We also have a student, Scott Johnson, here to talk about Earth Day and recycling. So we have a great show, so stick around. Hi, I'm here today with Scott Johnson, student, and he's here to talk about some recycling, some cool stuff. So how's it going, Scott?
Hey, what's up, man?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So what is your major? What are you doing here at La Crosse?
I'm a political science major, pre-law emphasis.
Very cool. And I hear you're the resident recycling expert.
That's what they tell me.
So you know a lot about recycling. Is this true?
I know a fair amount.
Well, that's good because I had trouble recycling when I lived off campus for the first time. They wouldn't take my recycling for the longest time. So I'm glad you're here. We can debunk the mysteries of recycling and we can get down to the bottom of it. So what is your experience with recycling?
I worked at a recycling plant in Minnesota for a couple of years, sorting the trash and baling it up, a huge baler.
And was that your main job? Did you do any other kind of jobs, or just
that was pretty much it? Yeah.
Just sorting the stuff.
Yep.
And I mean, did you do it by hand, or was it just a machine, or?
Yeah, we'd have a skid loader push all the trash, and then kind of, slide it out so we could, easily sort through it, and then we'd sort what we could: plastics, cans, metals.
All right, cool. And then how does the recycling process work from the moment that we throw it away to, I mean, where does it go?
Okay. Well, if you throw away your trash, a garbage company will come pick it up. Then that will go to a sorting center, like where I worked at. We'll sort through it, and then that gets baled up into a huge bale, and then a big truck comes, picks that up, and brings it to a place where it can get melted down or reused somehow. So
yeah, so that's kind of cool. I understand. I think your dad, doesn't he do something like at the last stages of the process?
Yeah, he takes wood and various cardboards, and he'll actually. It's a whole complicated process, but basically they chop it all up and it comes out to a little wood pellet, and that can be used in wood stoves, which can heat homes and reduce energy dependence in the Middle East.
Well, that's actually really cool. Yeah, I mean, because most people don't know about stuff like that, so it's interesting things. How much trash did you process per week? I mean, a lot, I'm sure.
Probably about 10 tons, I'd say.
10 tons.
Yeah,
that's a lot of trash. Yeah. I mean, and that was just one city. So what is that, Minneapolis, you said?
No, this is probably more regional, southern Minnesota.
So I mean, how much trash was just that center responsible for?
I don't really know that answer.
Oh, I mean, probably a fair amount, because I mean,
a lot of trash.
I mean, they probably don't have a lot of centers that do this.
No, there's not that many.
So I mean, you got to do some heavy duty work there. So that's kind of cool. This is kind of an interesting question. What was the wildest, weirdest thing you've ever encountered in the trash?
Scorpion.
Tell me about that. Scorpion.
Well, we get these trucks full of twine from all over the country, and it's only one of 2 places in the country that does it. And so we get these semi-loads of twine coming from Arizona, New Mexico. This was in the summer, and all this twine came out of this truck, and all of a sudden we saw this scorpion kind of coming out, so we caught it and put it in a bucket and played with it for like a day.
Well, what happened? What'd you do with it?
Well, my boss ultimately smashed it because he said it was a distraction.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Poor scorpion.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got to be freaking out, like, where am I? But then again, I don't know. Any other weird things that you've come across, or was the scorpion?
I found a water bottle full of money one time.
Really?
Yeah.
How much money did you
$150.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Did you tell anybody?
Yeah, actually, I split it up with all the guys I was working with.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Go get a pizza or something for lunch.
Yeah, I think we did, actually.
Oh, well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, do you recycle in La Crosse?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's good, because you got to be an advocate for recycling.
Exactly.
So the city of La Crosse is mandated to recycle plastic, tin, glass, paper, etc. Do you find it hard to recycle as a student?
I don't. I seem to find ways to get it done, but I think if you could simplify it so it'd be easier to recycle, I think that would greatly help.
Well, that's actually my next question.
Okay.
How would you improve the recycling process here in La Crosse?
Well, I think if we just had, like, the trash cans we have, if we just made them they have separate little holes for, you know, everything we recycle. Plastics, separate hole for plastics, cans, you know, whatever.
Well, yeah, that would be a lot easier because then, you know, there's no messing around.
Yeah,
I have a
exactly.
plastic bottle. It says plastic bottle.
Exactly.
So any other tips? Because I remember last night you had this whole scheme. I mean, you had a bunch of...
Well, I think if we could eliminate the whole process in between the recyclables getting to the plants that actually melt them down, and just simplify it into one entity that brings the recyclables to the factory, I think that'd help greatly.
Well, that's awesome. Here's a good one because a lot of student body. I mean, they do the recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Dumpsters are really helpful because you know, blue dumpster, recyclables, green, obviously. But
Yep.
if a student doesn't have a dumpster, is there any tips that you can give to our student body for, you know, better recycling?
I mean, if you find it hard, you can just directly bring it to the plant itself. You know, the local recycling plant. I mean, they accept you know, just people bringing in their recyclables.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know where that plant is. I don't think many students.
I don't even know where it is.
Exactly. So if students don't know where this plant is, I mean, what are some other things that they can do to help recycle? I mean.
Well, I mean, you can use your trash for things around your house too. Instead of buying a water bottle, you can just use, you know, the old jug you have, like.
Yeah,
You know,
like an Nalgene or something,
Or just, I mean, like a you know, a Pepsi bottle or something. Just use that for your water bottle.
yeah.
Just find ways to utilize your trash to improve your life, so you don't have to buy things.
Well, I mean, you were telling me about last night about most of your house decoration. That's
Yeah.
all trash.
A lot of trash, yeah.
Well, can you tell me about that? What have you found that's now on your wall?
Well, we make a lot of art with trash in our house.
Oh.
One time we had this Buddha mask. I took this tinfoil, I put it over that, and it had this little image, and then we surrounded it with other trash, so it was like kind of a portrait. It was cool, but Jordy threw it away.
Oh, well, I don't know. I guess someone will find that in the trash, and maybe they'll make that into
Exactly.
another trash masterpiece. Anything else that might be on your wall that you've discovered in the trash? Any other stories?
Not really. I don't really remember specifically.
Well, you know, you mentioned it, Matt, last night that what is it? Move Out Day. That is like a holiday for some people.
Yes. There's a lot of things people throw out that you can use.
Yeah, I
You know,
mean, yeah,
couches, good couches. There's a lot of good couches that people throw out.
Yeah, exactly. I think I found one last year, but I had nowhere to put it or find it. But it was a nice couch.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, just keeping for people that are looking for some stuff on Move Out Day. There's some great things. Just, you know, scope around the dumpster. You might find, you know, treasure. I don't know. What was the saying? One man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yeah, I think something
And
like
I
that.
believe you're a firm believer of that.
Definitely.
You gotta be.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, do you consider yourself a picker? I mean, that's what they call it, I think. I don't know.
I think so. If I find a piece of trash that I can use, I will. One time we found a big Dave Matthews cutout poster kind of thing. It was really cool, but we hung it up on the wall.
Well, I remember seeing that last night.
Yeah.
It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Well, listen, we're going to have to take a little break right now, but when we come back, we got a fun little trash game we're going to play, so stick around.
LFACT, University of Wisconsin La Crosse is ranked the #2 college in the Midwest.
UW La Crosse is ranked number 34 for out-of-state students among public universities nationwide.
UW La Crosse is ranked as one of the most military-friendly schools in the nation.
UW La Crosse is number 24 among medium colleges and universities for Peace Corps volunteers.
So So welcome back to Profile. We're about to go into a little trash game. My buddy, Brian, before the show started, got a bunch of trash from random places. So let's see what we got in this this trash bucket. This is a Fusion Decorator's Touch spray thing. So is this recyclable? What can you do with this? If you ran out of this can at home, what do you do with it?
Well, I know at the plant I work at, these cannot be recycled because they would go into the baler and ultimately get smashed and could be an explosion.
Oh, well, that's something important to know. So what do we do with it? Just throw it away? Just toss it?
I don't know.
You don't know? All
I
right,
really don't know where
well,
these
I guess
go.
just toss it then, because that's the safest. You don't want to cause an explosion by throwing that in the recyclables. What about this? Wow, I don't even know what's in here. It could be anything. But what about this water bottle?
This can be recycled.
It's made out of plastic.
It's a hard plastic,
Yeah, it's
which is a separate pile of the plastics.
So that's
So
that's
this
probably.
can be recycled.
Yeah, cool.
Definitely.
Green water bottle. Ooh, a wallet. If you lose a wallet, any money in here? Oh my God, there's money in here. I'm gonna act like I didn't see it. Recyclable.
I don't think you can recycle this, but you could use it for many other things, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's leather. I don't know. You can do something with it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Uh-oh, what is this?
This is a biohazard.
It's a biohazard?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We can't recycle that.
Can't recycle it? Wait, are you just making it? Okay, so it's all good. Here's an interesting item. It's a stapler. So, I don't know, say your stapler breaks, you don't want it anymore, you want to throw it away. What do you do with it? Do you recycle that?
Well, yeah, you can melt this thing back down into steel.
That's kind of cool. Like,
I think some of these are aluminum, so these could be, go with your cans and stuff.
so when you melt stuff down, do you have a giant incinerator or something?
No, we
or
don't.
what
We don't do the melting.
So you just kind of put it in like a box or something? And
Yeah, we smash it all together and then it goes on a big truck.
All right, so someone else does it. Well, that's interesting. Here's an interesting item. It's a sponge.
Sponge.
Looks like it's been used.
I don't know if we're gonna touch that.
You don't even know what to do with that? You don't know if it's recyclable or no?
I don't think so. I just throw that thing.
Yeah, throw it away. If a sponge is getting gross, toss it. Oh, this is kind of a little mitten.
You can recycle. Just give that to Goodwill or something.
Give that to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Like clothing like that.
Or a little girl who's missing a glove.
Or donate to your local church. I know churches are always doing clothing drives and stuff
Yep.
like that. What else do we got in here? We got some interesting stuff. We got a phone book. This is made of paper, so I'm assuming this is definitely.
Yeah, you can recycle that.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, recycle your phone books or paperweights or something. I don't know. You can get creative with a phone book, I'm sure. Wow, a wrench.
That can get melted back down. I know.
That would be interesting to see. See this wrench get melted down. Yeah.
I wonder what temperature that melts at.
Probably melted at a hot temperature. But,
yeah.
But anyways, that's interesting. Metal always can be recyclable. What about this battery?
I don't think so. No.
Throw the batteries away. Well, anyways, Scott, it was fun playing this game with you, looking at all this trash. I'm glad to have you on the show.
Awesome. Yeah.
Coming up next, we have an interview with Joe Gao. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here for the live show, so we had an interview recorded, so we'll be coming up with that just after this break. See you then. Joe Gao, how's it going? Welcome to Profile.
Good to be here.
Good to be here. Good. We're going to interview today, ask you a couple questions. I hope you don't mind. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. The first thing on everyone's mind is, well, for one, the weather. What do you think about the weather, obviously, the snow?
Well, this is really unexpected, and I'm sort of doing a number on my mind because I thought we were out of winter, and now here we are, and the Elton John show tonight canceled or postponed. No. Who would have thought here, April 19th?
Well, I don't know. Being a student at La Crosse for about 3 years, I've come to expect until it's May, there could be snow. But, I mean, has there been any other year that's been worse, where snow has come from nowhere, or is this could this be the worst?
Well, I'm from Western New York, and actually this is pretty typical there. So, yeah.
Well, that's very interesting. Well, moving on, I want to talk about Centennial Hall. I mean, what are your thoughts on Centennial Hall? Things are looking good. You know, it looks great from outside. Can you tell us more about it?
Well, it's exciting because that'll be open for the fall and maybe even a little earlier. I was in there in October and it looked pretty good, and we're going to get back in there later in the week and see the progress. And wow, I mean, you know, the building that I'm in now, Graf Main Hall, that's been here over 100 years. This new building, Centennial Hall, will be another 100. So we'll be telling people for a long time we were here when it started, which is really exciting.
That's very cool. So is